ギルドタイガー。なぜ胸に虎の顔があるのだ。それはかっこいいからだ。
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Comic Crypt podcast, episode 13. And
I'm disappointed.
yeah,
Yeah.
even watching Mega XLR and J Decker, it does not.
I'm gonna read Crossbone Gundam after this again.
Man, this was no joke. I was actually almost falling asleep during some of the issues.
Yeah,
Wow.
this was, and this was so boring. It was so disappointing that Not couldn't join us.
He's stuck at an airport.
You know, I was
know what?
hyped for this because Mecha.
Yeah.
It's Mecha, and it's like hearing the story about the myth of the Shogun Warriors. And then we read the actual Marvel comic. Now I kind of understand why it only lasted 20 issues.
Well, Shogun Warriors failed, so Transformers could be a thing.
Yeah.
And
Honestly,
Rum's
a worth
Space Knight.
sacrifice.
And Rum's
Yes.
Space Knight, by the way. You know Rum's Space Knight in Marvel
Yeah.
lasted is like no joke a pinnacle comic run.
He appeared in the IDW comics as well when Hasbro told IDW, "Alright, merge everything together now." Why? Because we told you to.
Yeah, but anyway, so for those who don't know, I have there. Shogun Warriors was a toy line released in 1977 that imported various Japanese mecha to America as one universe. And any mecha that was popular in the 70s that were super robots, because Gundam was not yet invented.
Gundam would come in 79. Basically, the mecha Tomino wouldn't change the mecha landscape until like 2 years later.
Until basically this line was ending in America.
Pretty much.
Not even Godzilla and Rodan could have saved the brand.
Yeah.
Like so as you see here, there's a toy line. The toy line came with a Force 5 series, which did their own changes to popular mecha at the time. I don't care to look up the list, but I know Getter Robo G was imported. Grandizer.
Robo G. So you got. So here's the toy lines you got. So you got 17 Robot, which is just Daitetsujin 17 in Japanese. Combatra, or as we know as Combatler, Chodenchi Robo Combatler V, or Combatler 5. Voltes V is how to use V. Then Deimos, which is just called Dynamo. Yes, Nick, you heard that right. That's what Nick Deimos named his username after the mecha show. Danguard Ace, which is it was also called Danguard Ace in Japanese, but they spelled it the guard part with a U, so like actual Dan Guard. But in here they just no, let's just take out the U, Dan Guard. Dragoon, which is Getter Robo G, because Getter Dragon. Guy King, also known as Guy King in Japan. Glendizer, or sometimes called Grandizer in America. Then Great Mazinger, which they called Great Mazinga, because Spider-Man's Upper Dawn was also part of Shogun Warriors, surprisingly. And then they decided, you know what? You know how Get a Robo G can, has 3 forms? Each form is just a different robot. So there's just Poseidon now as a separate robot. Rider, which is Get a Liger. Then Riding, which is Brave Riding.
Which is a
And-
Domino show, actually, I think.
I believe so. I could check real quick. No, I don't think this was a Domino show. Because Domino at the time, before Gundam, he was working on shows like oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the 2 mecha shows. I'm playing Super Robot Wars V right now.
Zambot 3
Yeah, Zambot.
and Daitarn.
Yeah, Daitarn. That's what he was working on. And then finally you get Voltus V.
Let me check his work. Yes, he did do Brave Riding for the first half.
Ah, that's why.
First 26.
Okay. So that's
and he was the producer of Voltus V.
So yeah, those are the mecha shows they adapted to make toys out of. And then they obviously added Godzilla, Rodan, and then what they don't, and then Najal didn't put it here, but what they don't tell you is that some Super Sentai toys were also adapted. This is before Power Rangers was a thing. So technically, Super Sentai came to America much earlier than Power Rangers, but no one really remembers Shogun Warriors, so Power Rangers takes all the credit.
Partly because it ended because a sales drop happened because of a lawsuit. Because Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. Yeah, because a kid died choking on one of the toys.
Yeah. That's why we have choking hazards now.
Yep, and so I will make this an official statement. Go to hell, Battlestar Galactica 78.
Oh. All right.
But anyway, so we're doing comic books. So Marvel Comics, of course, as part of the promotion of this toy line, decided to licensed out the brand, and essentially Marvel Comics just decided to make an entire universe. Not an entire universe, they just made a universe, then incorporated it into Marvel.
It's kind of like how Marvel did with other stuff like Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's right. Remember that time Godzilla was able to beat Thor's ass?
Yeah.
That was fun. And there's back then Marvel was, everyone went to Marvel for comics. Like even, Transformers was also Marvel. So there was that one time Spider-Man helped the Autobots fight Megatron. So that was the thing. But then, why do you not? If this is part of the Marvel universe, why don't you ever hear about it? Because they don't make the comics anymore, so you don't hear about it anymore. Now you get Morphine Addict Tony.
Yeah.
Hey Tony, what you doing? Crack. What the fuck?
What the
At least I'm not drinking.
Hey, at least
Steve.
I'm not drinking in it, Steve.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get to it. So first issue. Shogun Warriors essentially just set up the premise of the entire comic, where some ancient good guy civilization battles some ancient bad guy civilization thousands of years ago. Now they're in the present after a long time of hibernation, and 4 dudes in a big facility use advanced technology to kidnap 3 people across the world.
You are the best of the best. You are the best of the best, and we need you to pilot our robot. Who are you? I'm just a black guy who is a marine biologist. Quiet, black guy. What about you, Asian woman? I'm a fighter jet pilot. Quiet, Asian woman. No one gave you right yet. What about you, white man? And, I'm a stunt driver. I love you, white man.
You're the leader.
You're the leader.
Hey, Jinx!
Yeah, it's like so. That's like so. That's one of the weird things. So essentially, they call them because the evil empire's back. And so much like every Super Robot show, you have like your big bad guy, your big evil empire that has sources to make giant monsters to attack civilization, right?
Yeah.
And they literally did. We need teenagers with attitude, except they just grabbed 3 random adults.
Get a Robo did it better.
Well, a lot of things did this better.
Yeah.
Like this is I'm not this is kind of sucks.
Do you even remember what the bad guy's name was?
Nope, I totally forgot.
Because I just literally finished reading this comic, the 10 issues we were agreed to read.
Shit.
Like, what?
I just finished 2, and I also forgot.
I don't remember the bad guy's name.
I don't blame you. I just
know
read it today and I forgot.
You know what? Let's just call him Emperor Ming.
Yeah. So Emperor Ming, because just call him Ming the merciful, because that's what he is.
Yeah.
Or Discount Ming. We can't even give him the same honor as Ming. Like, so Discount Ming, who is a discount of the evil empire that came back, is wanting to take over the world, right? By sending giant monsters by using magic. And then our good guys, our 4 doctors,
4 scientists.
4 scientists who are descendants from these people via cloning and other means. So one could be a robot, one could be a clone, one could be time travel.
Which one is which? Oh.
I don't know. They don't go into detail. Like honestly, there's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff that is just unexplained.
Yeah.
And like, so they kidnap these people, right? They essentially kidnap them, and basically said, "We picked you to pilot our giant robots," and they just go along with it.
Okay, I guess we'll do it.
Yeah, even though they go, "You did kidnap us."
Yeah. You kind of kidnapped us, man. You know.
Only the main leader, who's the white dude. And yes, I even forgot their names too. Wait, do you remember their names?
The pilots' names?
Yeah.
Carlton, Savage. They named the black guy Savage, and Genji.
Wow. Genji. Does she need healing?
She probably, well, with the amount of like abuse she suffers, yeah. What?
Oh yeah, she went through some stuff. I also don't remember.
Yeah.
That really is the biggest issue with this. Like, it's the whole thing's really forgettable.
Even though they tried to do stuff, it's like they tried to do stuff, but it's like they just don't know how to do it. It's like if effort was put in, it just feels like they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And they don't even really have a goal. It was more that, or they just go, "Oh, this just is to sell toys."
That's really what it is. You can tell this was just made to go, look at these toys. Look what they could do.
Yeah. And essentially the first episode showcased Raideen a bit. All 3 of them get on there, even though you just need one of them to pilot this thing.
You got 3 of them. It's like Get a Robo, but not. And then they fight a rock monster.
and they saved the city, but they didn't defeat the rock monster because they're trying to set up that they need training.
You need training.
Yeah. So, which goes on to issue 2, where it's like, okay, we need to bring out all the mechs.
So here you go. And by all the mechs, you mean you only get two more.
Yeah.
You get
one for each of you. And even though you have your gimmicks, like Combatter V, yes, you have your multiplying into 5 parts gimmick.
You mean Combatra?
Combatra, oh yeah. Like
And
in
then-
this one, they just like showcased all 3 of them, which they did Rocket Punch. Radine did an arrow.
You know what? Combatra disappoints me the most. Because after playing Super Robo Wars 30, you know what this thing can do. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I bet if we would be even more disappointed if we saw Danger Ace and Brave Ryan.
Like Super Robo Wars 30, Combattler V. He's got the yo-yos. He's got the drill. He's got the.
He can pull out a sword.
And then he could literally get on his belly and crash into you.
Yeah. In this one, it's finger missiles, rocket punch, split into multiple parts and attack you.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, that makes you what makes you different. How about you, Raideen? Rocket punch. I can shoot with an arrow.
I can transform and fly. Well, so can Dangar Ace.
Dangar Ace, what can you do? Rocket punch.
Anything else?
Not really. Mazinger had more equipment than these guys.
You know what? It's probably a good thing Ray Mazinger never appeared.
Oh yeah, that would be neither Mazinger. Just imagine Mazinger show up. It's like he had so many other attacks.
Okay, so I know we're not even quarter way done, but I felt like maybe I should read this so we can get this funny thing because
Okay.
at least something would happen, even if it's not part
Alright.
of this.
Yeah.
Spanish porn star Nacho
Oh my
Vidal,
God.
who likes to advertise his aromatic candles shaped like male genitalia on Twitter, has been arrested on manslaughter charges following a man's death during a mystic ritual in which he inhaled psychedelics.
Did you have this fucking thing saved just for this? Like, you've read this to me before, Nick. Do you have just like saved every time you're bored? Just, I'm bored. Hey, Changas, check out this story, this new story.
I do have it saved.
Okay.
And every word is like a punch to the face.
Yeah, and so like, and then it just
kind of,
and then it just goes on and on. Why? Because
like here's the thing. It's you don't. I don't think you need like some like big grand story to tell over several issues. But just feels like nothing's really happening. Like,
even though stuff technically is happening,
like a robot fight monster. Okay.
and then in the background, it's like you're learning how to train, and in the bad guys, you have basically Starscream, who's pro magic. Doesn't like that his magic is treated like crap, so he's trying to sabotage to prove that magic is superior.
And for Ming, we must use magic. We must use magic. No, machines is where it's at. It's the future is now, old man.
I think the problem is that this could have been so much better.
Well, obviously.
And there's just no personality to it. And it was like one of the issues, like I think it's either this one or like the next one, where they bring up where where it's like, oh, why did you have only one woman in your doctors, or you picked me up? Like, what?
It's like I don't remember what was it why am I the only woman here? Something science cloning, I think.
I prefer the old fashioned way. It's just like, what? I don't care.
What's the
No
old
one
fashioned way?
asked
Kidnapping
this.
people.
Yeah, I want. Why are we? It seems like they had so many options to do their introductions to all their robots and what the cool stuff they could do, and they always pick the most boring options.
You get to do rocket punch. Okay.
Like, were these like Westerners like looking at I really don't like critics. I think actually like one of the writers was a Doug Moench, who later creates Moon Knight.
Huh.
I think that he was, at least for some of Shogun War, he wrote some of it. But it's...
Okay, so I got... This is from Wikipedia. Shogun Warriors, licensed by Marvel, write by Doug Moench, and drawn by Herb Trimpe, if that's how you pronounce his name.
Yep, that's the guy.
The series, composed of 20 issues, was published 1979 to September 1980. Oh wow, this comic came out literally. But this did come out before Gundam, because it was in February.
Gundam didn't came to the West until the 90s.
Yeah. But then
you can click on the guy's name and it'll say Moon Knight.
Yeah, and then comic books series, Mysterious Group. These are the good guys. Followers of the Light. What an original name.
Yeah, they picked the most lamest names for.
And then,
like, you know what that needed was a bullcrap energy source. Like, come on! Like you literally have Combatler or Combatra, who is powered by electromagnetism. Just comic book electromagnetism. And you have a world with Magneto, and you can pull that stuff out. But no. They're just advanced robots.
Who could do rocket punches. You know what? It feels like someone went, hey, you know how that one Japanese robot everyone likes, the Mazinger? You know how it could shoot its fist like a rocket? Yeah. Let's just do that. Okay.
Yeah, it's giant robots. Everybody just likes giant robots. Let's just have it act like Jake Jaguar.
That's mean, because Jet Jaguar deserves respect. He helped my boy Godzilla fight that big beetle guy, Megalon.
Yeah, but so issue 3, essentially the big monster split into 3, which there was a fire one, a water one, and then a rock one.
That was kind of it.
Yeah, and they were saving people from a train. Like, that was also a big thing, is that human casualties. Like, oh, we gotta protect people from the destruction caused by our kaiju fights.
Why? Okay, it's like well, I mean, it's obvious why, because it's the good thing to do, but it's like, why would these guys, care about that? Or I guess they
They're
would. I don't know.
just good people. Like
They're
that.
just good people,
It's just like,
but
hey, it's
that's
a
it.
superhero comic too.
That's kind of it. They're just good people. Just
That's really most of the personality. Everyone's a good guy. There's no mystery behind the lies. There's no
like
kind of ulterior motive going on.
okay, but
You know what
well,
is?
like, hmm.
There's literally nothing that makes me care about these characters.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's there's nothing there.
I don't
Like-
know if I only knew like a single thing about him, like starting issue 6, but by then it's already too late.
yeah. It's like okay.
I've already lost interest.
Yeah, so like here it's like this is the one where it's like, oh, Patrick can split into multiple parts and more
Amazing.
training.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And is this the one? And then it introduced the whole magic fusing with machine things to form a giant dragon. And Genji does a night patrol, and oh no, she has to defend the city now that's under attack by a monster. And now have to split up to 5, which then leads into next one, like a fight. And then during the fight, Genji and Cleopatra went into the bad guy's face and ends up getting captured, giving the bad guys Cleopatra.
No.
You know, in a better mecha story, this would be like very bad. Like what? Like the beginning of Mazen Kaiser was cool because the idea that oh no, Koji is dead and they got Mazinger. What can we do?
It's like okay.
Yeah, and this one it's like, oh okay, the woman's captured. Of course, it's the woman.
I'm a marine biologist. Okay.
That's cool.
I'm a test pilot. Okay,
Like
and then
for like one time they act so similar that it's like we don't even know what we know what they are. We know jack all about who they are.
we don't even see them interact much. Actually, like the reason you have a
Exactly.
team of characters is for them to clash. Like. You could have had like the stuntman be the reckless one, right? He's because he's a stuntman. He's more into danger. He was the one who was rescued from a life-threatening situation. Then you have like so you got him being like so. Then you have like the marine biologist dude, who's black. He's like the calm one. He's like the sensible one. Right, he's all about calculations. Then you got the chick who's the heart of the group.
But here it's like you woman. That's your role. You're woman.
And you do everything, and you're the one who risked your life. And oh yeah, by the way, the way they pilot these mechs is stupid. There's no seatbelts. The robots are too roomy.
They even beat the villain. They defeat Ming because he hijacks one of the ships and they just like knock him out. And because there's no seatbelts, he just bounce around in there.
And then he just decides to abandon ship. And by the way, this is also false advertising.
Haven't seen the rest of Emperor Ming.
Yeah, but here's the thing: like issue 6, this cover. Why wasn't it just Cleopatra being the one in the center being attacked by both? Why is it Raideen?
I forgot another problem with this comic. Everyone looks too fucking. The mechs look too similar, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, that's just they're
That
just
I think
direct
that's more of a
copy.
problem. I think that's more of a problem. Just the super robot genre at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really loved red and blue.
Well, because those are your primary colors. That's those are your primary good guy colors. There's this color
Also,
scheme.
Chase,
Primary.
no matter what.
Uh,
Also, Chase, I saw what you posted it in the channel. Just I don't care if you're gonna have Transformers in it. I'm not picking this shit up again.
uh,
Yeah, I much rather watch the actual shows. That's what
In
we
the
should
words
do
of
at
Eric
some point.
Cartman. In the words of Eric Cartman, I'm so fucking bored.
Yeah, what we should do at some point? We're going to actually watch the actual shows and maybe do a Comic Crypt special and just watch the talking about the actual shows that these mechs are from. Because what I heard, I'm assuming writing's good because Tomino worked on it. I heard with Combattler V is that the overall plot is not good, but the characters are great. And I don't know about Dengar Ace.
I know nothing about Dengar Ace.
Yeah, so. But anyway, yeah, so they had the fight, and this is the one that they defeat the main bad guy in this one. And you think, oh no, Combatra's head is blown off, like is lost. They can no longer use Combatra. No, we got a replacement.
Oh, nice. Good job.
And then episode 7 is when they finally go, oh yeah, these people has been missing for weeks. And now they're coming back, and here are the consequences. Trying to do the Marvel thing of having consequences to actions.
When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
And this one focused more on main white, the Rydeen pilot who's main white dude, stuntman. Oh no, we lost the neck.
Oh no.
Soon Nick was that bored.
Wow. Damn. You know what we should do? We should read Crossbone Gundam again. That was fun. Remember that first issue of Crossbone Ninjago?
Oh yeah.
Where Kincaid cuts through a beam saber with his beam saber? That was raw as hell.
Oh yeah. Remember how in the beginning it sets up our main character, sets up the main conflict, and then shows like, oh, this kindly old man professor turns out to be a horrible human being.
God, Crossbone was amazing.
And that was done all in the first chapter.
Yeah.
And or how about the first issue of Mazinger, where we had like actual tension about a boy who can't control a mech while it's destroying the city.
I won't let Mazinger become a devil. And that's about it. And well, I mean, no, there's more to that. But like, but in here, it's like, what's your deal? I'm a stunt man. You're in. Yeah.
Yeah. No reasons. There's no reason why they pick these specific people. Why they pick the marine biologist. Just this random marine biologist dude.
I'm gonna attack Nick, see if everything's good on his end.
Yeah.
But like it actually, you know what? You know what, Ninjago? Fuck, just read Get a Robo. That's what I say. Read. You know what? Get a Robo did this. You know what? This is just. This is
you
just
got
Get a
kicked?
Robo.
Wait, what?
You got kicked? Are you able to send another invite link to him?
Yeah, let me try again.
That's weird. But I was saying, like, this is just Get a Robo, but they did better. You know what made Get a Robo so interesting was because Get a Robo, one already right off the bat, even if you don't know much about these characters, you already know there's something interesting. These are different. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, that was some weird stuff.
But I was saying, like, you know what made Get a Robo great was it was kind of the same premise, right? Evil empire attacking. You gotta get you gotta recruit the good guys, or kind of kidnap them or whatever, or to pilot your robot, right? But then what made Get a Robo interesting was already the pilots right off the bat. There was something interesting going on, just because the whole point is, I don't need just any ordinary man. I need 3.
Crazy, man. Like, he specifically states that I don't care about morality or any stuff. I just need 3 great pilots who would be the potential. And then also, you don't get the full robot until a couple chapters in. Because
that is also interesting. You don't get to see full Get a Robo until when
they recruit
Hayato.
Yeah, Hayato. But you get to introduce each of the pilots separately and show you how crazy they are in their own ways.
But then that's what I mean. And then here, what are you? I'm black. Done.
And somehow he's a marine biologist. So, and basically in this one, main character comes back and meets up with his girlfriend. His girlfriend doesn't believe him until an attack happens, and now she believes him.
I should have never doubted you.
And then in this one, they continue to fight against this robot Cerberus. I don't know if it's from one of the other series. I just don't care. And meanwhile, you have marine biologist dude who's back, and apparently because Genji was kidnapped while driving an prototype plane, she's getting into a lot of legal trouble.
Okay.
And she doesn't straight up tell them the truth. She just keeps on trying to be cagey about it.
Like, Genji, where the hell were you? I know what to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you talking with a stereotypical accent? You don't normally do this. I know not what you're talking about. Genji, we know you talk normally. Just speak normally. No. What was going on with the?
They all blend together. So, in this one, he was fighting basically a Cthulhu Star Child monster, and he beat.
That says a lot. When the only difference you can tell, what makes you different? I'm woman.
Yeah. Okay. This was not Doug Minch's best work. I would say that his Moon Knight is way better.
But then, I don't know what happened in this issue again.
He fights a giant monster, a Star Child. The Star Child came across the shore, caused some damage. He managed to repel it, and then later on, either in this issue or the next issue, a riot happens outside of his facility. Oh yeah, he also apparently did nepotism with a woman, with a black woman. you know, because we have to give everyone a love interest. Not have like interpersonal drama. You have like a woman and two guys. Like, come on, you could have easily done some interpersonal drama there.
Remember that? Remember, I'm gonna bring this up again and get a robot. Remember that time? Remember for several issues, like during the downtime, it was just Hayato, Ryoma, and Musashi all taking turns hitting on Michiru.
Yeah. I remember the day. I remember when, like, reading, like, the whole dynamic between Koji and Sayaka. That was fun.
Well, Koji and Sayaka's relationship in the comic is fun. Koji and Sayaka's relationship in the original anime. How the hell did these two get married?
Yeah.
Koji Capital can be summed up as just the meme of that one guy in the subway just reading a book called "Why Women Deserve Less." That's Koji.
Yeah, but in the comic he's different. And how about like also like the original stuff? Like my own experience with Competitor 5 is Super Robot Wars 30, but that is way more compelling. Like, that's cool. You got like the leader. You got
Hyoma,
who's the hothead leader, and then who has the huns for Chiriko, but he can't. He doesn't want to express it. He has a hard time expressing it.
He can't express his emotions correctly, so he just ends up coming off as a big asshole to everyone.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's just, and then like it ends at issue 10. It's Genji's turn fighting a monster after her court meeting, and then it ends with the Japanese military showing up to fight both of them, which was the same happened in the American dude. Where like the Navy had a conflict.
In the Navy. She fights hand.
Yeah, with teeth. And eyes.
Amazing.
I bet the audience is bored at this point because we are bored because this was not fun.
This Like again, like I'm not mad. I'm just really disappointed.
This could have been so much cool. Like you had a crossover with various mechas who have over the top abilities because they're Japanese super robot shows from the 70s.
And they don't really do much with them. They don't do much with them at all. And they're just kind of there. Like,
I'd much rather watch Gurren Lagann and Blue Gender.
You should watch Gurren Lagann.
I'd much rather. There's so many other animes.
Yeah.
It shows a mecha.
You should watch Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann's great. I don't care what you think. I stand by that opinion. It's a great show. It's better than this.
Yeah, yeah. This was like, it's not off. It's not. It's terrible because it's boring.
I think really like what just comes down to it feels like no effort was really put into it. It feels corporate.
Actually,
if that's
felt it felt more like a toy commercial than any of the Transformers stuff put together.
Yeah.
Which, that's sad.
That's the only positive thing about this comic is that it made way for the mistakes of this comic
Well, just the
gave
mistakes
us
of
Transformers.
this line in general, this franchise, Shogun Warriors. All the mistakes were learned to make Transformers successful. You know what? We should read it. You know what? John? We should read a Transformers comic next.
Yeah, you know what? Then I got the perfect one we could do.
I'm listening.
Okay, we're not going to continue this, by the way.
No.
My original plan was that we were going to...
I'm done, yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm done.
That's going to be the rule. Just because we're the Comic Crypt doesn't mean...
I actually considered stop. No, before I say anything, I actually did consider stopping after issue 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to continue this. This is so bad. And not, by the way, so, like, in the back room, I was like, okay, are you ready? And not who, before he realized he couldn't get here, basically, I just typed in favorite covers, because that's our usual thing. Yes, we don't even have a favorite cover.
It's not even the covers really stood out. Like again, it feels like no effort was really put into this. Like they didn't even make good covers. It was just,
Yeah, it's like I wrote favorite covers. Zirnik replied, "Nothing stood out. None. I would have to agree." And then I said, "Yeah, ... It's kind of my opinion of the comic as well." And Dot goes, "It's a slide to get through." And then Zirnik goes,
Hold on, let me open this up so I can say it word for word.
word for.
Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh! Thank you! I'm so glad someone said it!
"Yeah, that was literally it almost as if like I was working on it. Everyone was just like dead silent and doesn't want to be that guy who just says what it is." Like,
I didn't say anything because I was still reading the book. But I'm gonna be honest. Like I think like after issue 3, I just started speed reading, like skimming through. Really.
yeah, it's
I legitimately almost I fell asleep at points reading issue 2.
Issue 2. Wow.
Issue 2.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure, I am confident, because I don't think Doc will disagree with us. This comic is
failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even stupid. It's just a failure. And so, you know what?
Disappointment.
We're going to do some Transformers. And I know the perfect one.
Oh.
We're going to go to the world of IDW, right?
Okay.
And we're going to talk about... when I heard about this team, I thought, yeah, we're going to cover them. We're going to do the Wreckers.
Ooh.
We're going to do the first one. Let's just do the first miniseries featuring the Wreckers.
Wreckers. Ooh, that's a good one. Prepare to be sad.
Yeah, I think Last Stand of the Wreckers is just what we need to celebrate July, and we're going to do what Americans do best: rip off Japan and improving upon it. Except for this one.
Prepare to be sad. Reading Last Stand Records, get to see a lot of the team die, and get to see Prowl just be Prowl.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, when we were doing the Lord of Justice, IDW Prowl's his own bag of issues.
Yeah. So for those who gone through all of our droning about this comic, so next month we're going to do Last Stand of the Records. Is it 6 issues?
5.
5. Okay.
So there are some. There's 5 issues, but there are some bonus stories, like little short stories added on. You could read as well. like little bonus stories that tie into Last Stand of Wreckers. I don't think you need to read these to understand the whole thing that happens. I think just reading the main story is fine. Like if you do read the bonus stories, they're a good addition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I would say that's about it.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's just end with something that makes me laugh.
This guy's not fooling anybody. That's not a car.